guys. So these are my final thoughts on the finale for the Gotham series season 3. So number one, great episode, great finale. A ton of information and reveals in this particular episode. If you are a fan of the Batman Begins film, this particular episode had all types of Easter eggs from that film and from the Batman comics as well. And we're going to go over just a few of those points here. So I'm going to start with one of the biggest reveals out of this particular episode here, which is the reveal of Butch's real name being Cyrus Gold. Now, anyone who is familiar with the comics, we do know that Cyrus Gold eventually becomes Solomon Grundy, excuse me. So now there are quite a few origins for Solomon Grundy, but all of them deal with him being reborn from the swamp. So how Gotham is going to put that here or put that together with Butch will be very, very interesting. But the cool reveal again is that we got the name Cyrus Gold, which obviously is attached to the character Solomon Grundy. So we can look forward to that particular character appearing hopefully sometime next season. So that's absolutely awesome. But that's not even one of the biggest reveals. We're going to get to everything that was revealed in this particular episode. An excellent episode, and as you guys can tell by my reaction, this episode is probably going to get a real high score from me. So, and I will be scoring this episode later on in this final thought. So, the other thing here, we have Selena, who eventually we know will become the Catwoman, teaming up with the Tigress. And we got a little bit of Catwoman there with Selena wielding the whip and busting the bottle. So that was absolutely awesome right there. And of course, now that Barbara is possibly gone, it looks like the Tigress is going to be taking over Club Sirens. And again, she'll be teaming up with Catwoman. So it'll be really, really interesting to see what happens there. Now, in regards to Barbara, as you guys saw by my reaction, she is one of my favorite characters, and she is absolutely beautiful. Now, there have been some rumblings, some rumors, specifically Ben McKenzie, who plays Gordon on the show, kind of put out a statement, if I'm remembering it correctly, that we would see Harley Quinn here in this particular series. Now, what's really, really interesting is in regards to how Barbara was taken out in this particular episode. She was electrocuted by the Tigress, who pulled the lamp over into the puddle of water that she was standing in, and she was electrocuted and led us to believe that she had actually died. But as we know in this series, no one actually dies or stays dead anyway. So the rumor is that Barbara will be our Harley Quinn, which I think she would make an excellent Harley Quinn, and I would love to see her transform into that particular character. So that may be something to look out for next season, to see how they resurrect Barbara and what character will she become, if at all. Or will she just stay as the Barbara character? So that is something also that we can look forward to for next season. And then we also got the reveal of the Iceberg Lounge from the comics. So another Easter egg from the comics. So the Penguin is going to set up his establishment, and his centerpiece is going to be the Riddler. It was frozen by Dr. Freeze. So again, he is going to be the centerpiece for the Iceberg Lounge, which is right out of the comic books, which is absolutely cool. And then also kind of gives us kind of a Han Solo and Carbonite type of feel as well. So that's absolutely cool as a Star Wars fan. Bam. So, and then of course we have one of our biggest reveals. Again, this episode was full of huge reveals. straight out of the comic books. And of course, we got our first look at Ras al Ghul. Now, this particular character obviously is the reference to the demon's head that Bruce was told to look for. And this is the particular person that has set forth all of the events that have transpired up until this particular point in regards to the Court of Owls and everything that they put forth. He is the one who actually set all of this in motion with the toxin that brings out the darkness in everybody, which again is a reference straight from Batman Begins. Again, the fear toxin that was put out by Ras al Ghul, who was played by Nian Nielsen, if I said that name correctly. I hope I said his name correctly. But again, just another Easter egg and taken basically from that particular storyline from the Batman lore. So absolutely cool right there. And then of course we got a look at the Lazarus Pit, which again gives Ras al Ghul his everlasting life, and it is also able to heal and restore life, as we saw there with Alfred. So anybody who was wondering what that glowing green pool was there, that is the Lazarus Pit, which again gives Ras al Ghul his everlasting life. Now, just real quickly on just a brief review of Ras al Ghul and who this particular character is, for those who are not familiar with this particular character. He has a genius level intellect. He is obviously, because of the Lazarus pool, he's able to keep himself in peak physical condition. He is a master martial artist with hand-to-hand combat skills. And he is also a absolutely wonderful swordsman, as we will hopefully get to see in this series. But those of us who know of him from the comics know what type of character he is. So just a brief overview of that particular character and what we can look forward to with him. And then of course he is one of Batman's arch nemesis as well. But he's also going to help Batman become who he is, as we saw again as a throwback to the Batman Begins movie. So excellent job right there with the writers relating all of that material, because that would be the most recent material that the majority of us can recall in regards to Ras al Ghul and the League of Assassins, who again, those ninja warriors, that is who those particular warriors are. And again, we did see those guys in the Batman Begins movie. So just to go over some of the things that I really loved in this particular episode. Number one, the dialogue between Bruce and Alfred, setting up the relationship between those two, and bringing us to that point where Bruce Wayne, because he's under mind control, has been told to kill Alfred. And in that moment, even though Bruce does actually stab him, he is actually able to break that mind control, and a lot of that is due to the relationship and the reminder that Alfred was constantly hitting Bruce with throughout this episode, of who he is and who his family is, and who he will be as Bruce Wayne. So again, I really love that dialogue, and it really helped to build that relationship between Bruce and Alfred. So that was absolutely excellent. And then the series as a whole, I really love the comic book feel of this series. The wardrobe, the costumes, the colors. It's just really has a great comic book feel, and I really enjoyed that out of this series. So excellent stuff right there, guys. And then of course, our biggest reveal out of this particular episode is we actually got to see Bruce Wayne doing a little bit of the Batman there. Not quite in the Batman outfit costume, but I believe that is his year one outfit, kind of like similar to what we're going to see in Spider-Man Homecoming, where Spider-Man has to revert back to his makeshift Spider-Man outfit. We're kind of getting that here with Bruce with his preliminary outfit there with the, I think it's like a ski mask, a long overcoat, all dressed in black. So that is absolutely awesome. So cool. And hopefully what we will get next season is some of Bruce Wayne running around fighting crime in this preliminary Batman outfit, trying to become the Batman. So excellent job. A lot to look forward to in the next season. And then, of course, we got a lot of real quick shots there in the preview trailer for next season. I'm actually going to have to look at that again because the shots were real quick. But a lot of interesting stuff. We saw Bruce and Selena are going to be working together in some kind of form or fashion. We know, again, we are going to see Ras al Ghul, so he's going to be a part of the next season. There was a shot of him there as well. So lots to look forward to with this upcoming season. And we don't have long to wait because the season will be back in September. And the big thing is the shows will be coming on Thursday nights as opposed to Monday. So the show is moving to Thursday nights. So guys, keep that in mind for next season. All right, you guys. So my score for this episode is going to be a 10 out of 10. Great action, great reveals out of this episode, great character development. Lots to look forward to for next season. So that is my score for this episode, guys. When we check out the show, and then of course I will continue to do my reactions for next season, and of course I will hopefully try to get those up on that Friday or at some point over the weekend, since the show again is moving to Thursdays, guys. But what I really would like to know is, what are your thoughts on this season finale? Did you enjoy this season finale? Did you like the reveals that we got with Cyrus Gold, aka Solomon Grundy, the beginnings of Catwoman and the use of the whip right there, and she's teaming up with the Tigress? What do you think about Barbara possibly being Harley Quinn? Again, that is just a rumor that is out there. I don't know if that's true, but we did get that a piece of that rumor from Ben McKenzie, who again is Gordon on the show, and he did say that we would be seeing Harley Quinn in the series at some point. So that's something to look out for. Again, the Iceberg Lounge is a part of the series, taken right out of the comic books. Ras al Ghul, as I mentioned, we've gone over him. So lots to look forward to, guys. Give me your thoughts. Put those comments down below. I will be looking at those comments and responding to those comments. I do my best to respond to those comments, guys. But I really want to thank you for watching this reaction. Please like and subscribe. And guys, I will see you on the next reaction. And we'll be back for Gotham next season.